Sorry. I'm getting myself situated. I was all comfy, and then I forgot that I gotta sit up. How we doing? That was Umbra by Ghost. A lot of songs are gonna be by Ghost today. Because they just dropped a new album, which I'll get into later. But you'll hear, like, a good chunk of it. Um, Sophia's not gonna like me.
Yeah, Emerson, why am I not gonna like you, huh?
The only thing that I have for this little segment, because how I do my notes is I color code it with, I have the topic and then I have little notes, like, so I don't get off track, which I still do. But I digress. The only note that I have for this next segment, which is our Marvel predictions, which is not really predicting anything, but Sebastian Stan went bald.
Not a wise choice, and I love that man.
Wise choice, and I know my partner Dylan will start flipping their top.
Yeah, your Dylan. My Dylan doesn't care.
Your Dylan doesn't care.
My Dylan don't care.
My Dylan is gonna flip their top because they're an avid defender of.
So am I.
Of
Sebastian Stan.
Even bald Sebastian Stan, and they said it's growing on them. It's not for me. He should have at least kept his beard within good length. But no, he trimmed that down too. So it's a stubble on the top and bottom.
Okay, that part I don't mind. The hair on his head, that's where it's a low blow.
No, like it just makes him look extra bald. You should have at least kept it. But no, he has a stubble on the top of his head and down his jaw.
It's giving when he was in that one movie about the assassin woman. Do you know what I'm talking about? I forgot what it was called, but
for predictions, a new photo was put out for Tom Holland putting his chair next to Robert Downey Jr. So of course Tom Holland's gonna be in there, but we already guessed that one.
For Spider-Man or?
For Spider-Man. Well, for Doomsday.
But
we already guessed that he would be in there. Was really hoping for Andrew Garfield. Really hoping.
No.
I want him back.
He's the third. It goes Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland. Wait, no. I take that back. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland. If I'm wrong, people can argue with me. I don't care.
For your ranking? Or what do you
Yeah, for my ranking of Spider-Man. Metaverse doesn't care. That's like a whole nother thing.
But I grew up with Tom Holland. Well, not Tom. When
Tobey Maguire?
No.
I did.
I grew up on Andrew. My dad is upset, and like all my friends are obsessed with Tobey.
I don't know. When I was introduced to Spider-Man, I was introduced not even to like the show, but wasn't introduced to that till later. But I was introduced to Tobey Maguire because of the one he did with, he did the one on his own, and then they did like the whole series basically. But the first one was just him, and then the second one was William Dafoe playing Goblin. So, you know that movie still scares me with Goblin? Still to this day, it scares me. I do not know why.
I love Goblin.
That Goblin mask is terrifying.
No, it's so funny though because he's just schizophrenic the entire
Yeah.
show.
And then
it's so funny.
And then the most random person to be in a Spider-Man movie is James Franco. So, I don't know how that happened, but
my two favorite Spider-Man villains are
coming back.
from Tobey. No, not coming back. They already came back.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
My favorites are Doc Ock and
Oh yeah.
Green Gotti.
That music that they put with it used to scare me as a kid. Now I just watch it and I'm like, I better have my lights on because this is way too loud.
I like how they turned Doc Ock nice.
I kind of...
Really nice.
What was the one that he was in the latest? It was the latest one that he was in with Tom Holland where I kind of liked how they redid his costume. Because they took the original, but they like remodified it almost to make it look more like current. So I liked it.
They put his suit inside out for a good chunk of the movie.
But the funny thing is that people don't realize that's an actual real thing. Like it's not like CGI.
No,
it's
he
like
has an actual suit.
Yeah.
Other than like the eyes, I'm pretty sure they don't have the eye parts.
No.
But
the goggles.
It, yeah, because they move. That's not an actual thing. They cut it out.
I always forget about that.
It's a lot of the costumes, other than like unless it morphs the body, they're all real. Like Wolverine's was real, Deadpool's was real.
Yeah.
They all wear them. They're all sweating in them.
I also think Hugh Jackman kept a lot of his stuff, especially not even just like Wolverine, like the Wolverine movie, but he took a bunch of stuff from X-Men from the 2000s when he was in it, which I don't blame him. That's kind of cool. But
and then I know Ryan Reynolds said he stole the suit
from Deadpool,
and for the newest one as well, where they kind of just handed Hugh Jackman his.
Honestly, I find it funny because one of my favorite like Wolverine things is the movie that he did with it's not Deadpool, but it's X-Men. It's like Wolverine something, where like they go into his backstory and like his wife gets killed.
I love
Do you know that? Okay, so that's where like Deadpool gets introduced because that's how he's created.
And then he turns out really ugly.
Yeah, but at the time, like I didn't know who it was Deadpool because I was like 7 or 8 when it came out.
And then you rewatch it and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and then I kind of like how they compared to what they do now, making it comedic. I don't know if I like that. Because it's kind of like going off of the story.
Well, Deadpool's whole character was supposed to be really sarcastic. That's who he was in the comics.
I do find it funny, though. I kind of like Deadpool, but I think Ryan Reynolds gives me the wrong vibe.
That's all he does.
Yeah.
He's Adam Sandler of Marvel.
I wouldn't compare him to Adam Sandler, but he's a comedic version.
He puts a lot of himself in the character.
I mean, he's definitely the more comedic, sarcastic out of anybody, but I do like the things that he's done in movies. I just don't like him. I'm not a big Ryan Reynolds person, and that's the same way I feel about Scott Ant-Man.
I love Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, he's okay.
On him, I won't even lie.
Will Ferrell makes me mad. Will Ferrell makes me mad. The only things I like him in, I don't like the movie Elf. Shocker there. Hate me all you want. Don't care. I like him in Step Brothers.
Yeah.
And everything else. But Elf, I hate. Because I had to watch that so much as a kid.
They need to put Ryan Gosling in Marvel. That's my
Ryan Gosling? He could be Ken. In a Marvel movie? That would be so funny.
Even if he's just a background character that they have him for 5 seconds, I'll be content.
He can have the logo. He can have like the Barbie logo, but it's Ken as a cape. Oh my god, that would be so funny. I want to see. They're trying to introduce a lot more characters because Marvel for years since like they started making the movies, they're following the actual timeline of all the stories. So my issue with like, especially me and Emerson talk about this off the air, but Loki season 2. It was not it. It was not what it was supposed to be. It was actually very overhyped. Because season 1, it was really good. And then it's like you get into season 2 and you're just like, there's no point in me watching this. It's literally just a recap. And the same stuff is happening again. And it's like, it's just not worth it. But supposedly they're making another Black Panther to introduce Shuri as, she becomes this like, I don't know if like, almost like Avenger, but like superhero almost like. But, like, there's supposed to be another Black Panther movie happening, and then they're introducing new characters, like Doom, but, like, everybody saw that coming. But, like, there's other characters being introduced. But the thing is, how do you put Fantastic Four into all that?
From what I know, especially with Doomsday, they're just playing it off with Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm guessing there's going to be some type of portal or teleportation.
Right.
Unless they're just going to blend it in like they were always in the same universe.
Yeah. I don't know how that would work, though, because it's like, if you really look at all the people, like the characters that are going to be in it, of course not all of them live in the same universe, because you really can't just do that, because it's a little crazy. But I kind of want to see in Doomsday if it's just Doom as a villain, or if you bring back, like, Red Skull or somebody. But Red Skull, I think, is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead. But, like,
I'm pretty sure he died in Winter Soldier. No.
No, he died in the movie after that. No, he died in Winter Soldier. Never mind. I think it's either that or one that Captain America.
Where he got
Bucky. You finally meet Bucky, but he's in Hydra, and they try to, like, catch him because that's their mission, but then they realize it's Bucky, and they try to, like, reverse the mind control.
I'm thinking of Civil War.
It's either that one or it's one of the Captain America movies.
I'm thinking of Civil War because that's
Yeah.
when they need to. They're trying to keep Bucky safe, and then
Yeah, the
he's
Accords.
trying to get brainwashed in the middle.
Yeah, the whole Accords
so
thing.
Winter Soldier.
I don't. It could be.
He was brought back in Endgame, where
Right.
Hawkeye died, and then he's just here.
Yeah, I want to see, like, not that I like the villains, but, like, some of them are cool, but after Doom, it's like, who do you introduce after that?
Galactus.
What is that?
You don't know Galactus?
Dude, I'm just here. I'm here vibing. I'm just a part of you. Here.
I'm kind of running out of time. I'm gonna skip Guiding Lights by Ghost, and we're gonna go into the next segment, because I'm trying to squeeze as much as I can in.
Right.
Recently watched movies.
Ooh.
First of all, Brokeback Mountain is coming back to theaters, re-releasing.
Dang.
I'm excited about that one.
You see Sinners is getting taken out of the theaters? Yeah, because, I don't know why, but they got taken out of theaters now. For whatever reason.
I've heard. I haven't seen it.
I don't know. I heard it's been controversial, but, like, I haven't heard, like, a lot about it.
My partner, I forgot what it was, but I owed them, because they love Sebastian Stan, they love all his movies, I owed them
Yeah, as any girl should.
I owed them a movie night, and so we watched Fresh. Such a good movie. Highly suggest. It's a little gory, we'll say that. But he plays such a good character. He's not great, but he plays it really well. And I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
And now I'm obsessed with it. I'm not obsessed with it. I like the movie. I think about it a lot. But do I want to skip this again? I want to skip this.
Your show, man. Better pick it.
We're gonna flip-flop songs. You'll see what I'll do. I'm gonna go into the next segment, and then I'll play a song. I'm so sorry. Music band
Girl,
updates.
oh my god. No, I don't mean that. I bet I'm mad at her. Not physical harm.
Music band updates. We have two. So, Ghost is in a lot of trouble right now because they canceled a show. And, they said it was because the arena that they were going to with Live Nation they were really low staff and they could not help with that.
Was their tour only in the UK right now?
No, they're coming here.
Oh, okay.
But that's around like June, August. And then the arena came out basically saying, like, we were able to accommodate them. They canceled on us. So it's a lot of back and forth. But we're moving on. They've had shows after that, so I'm not people got refunded.
At some point, someone's going to have to take accountability for what's actually going on. But it's also, like, Emerson's kind of like my ghost expert, and she, like, tells me everything. But from what I'm hearing, there's a lot of issues with the front man. So...
There's a lot of issues with that. The band contractors are having problems. I know they just lost a member, and they haven't filled that spot up again.
Yeah.
Speaking of losing that member, Juddy Taylor, he has his own separate side band that I'm guessing is now his official going on. They just announced a show in California at the Roxy, June 21st, I think. Something like that. I know it's near my birthday.
I don't
really
know.
want to try and go, but I know there's a lot going on with him right now.
Yeah.
So
he's starting a lot of issues too with other bands too. So
he's starting a lot of issues. He's being really immature.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Because if I do go, I don't want to be stuck in like a riot, bro.
Right. I mean, just as any person doesn't want to be, but I mean, there's accountability issues that obviously we're seeing with this band. With not even the band, it's just him.
Singer, yeah.
And I think that's, like, if you really look at it, that's why, like, some of the members left, but they started their own, like, mini Ghost band.
Oh, Priest?
Yeah.
No, that's different.
Oh.
That was with the front man of Ghost, that's Tobias.
Oh.
with Jetty, he was one of the contractors.
Yeah.
But
Be accountable, people. Be accountable.
yeah. Speaking of drag talk,
Oh, God.
we're on to our next song.
Oh, God.
I'm so excited. We're going into Egyptian Flesh by Drag Talk. I mad at you guys.
What? Why?
I didn't put this on
Put
today.
it back. You're not Johnny Clumpy.
I can't put it back now because it's gonna make an annoying sound. But
I'll mute it real quick.
you mute it?
Yeah.
Okay, 5.
Go.
Oh. Okay.
We're good. Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry.
Technical difficulties.
Sorry. That was Egyptian Flesh drag talk. This train's being really rude.
The train's being inconsiderate for Emerson's show.
Yes. So recent events. My dad got married. Very proud.
Oh wow!
So
Congrats.
Mm-hmm.
If he's listening, congrats. I'm his bestie now too, apparently.
He is your bestie. He is full support behind your MMAs.
I heard him
MMA
too.
Opinions. He was listening very intently and go,
Anyways, on to
Emerson. You call
Emerson.
someone like a horrible person, he's like, oh yeah. He's standing behind you, dude.
I get full support. Especially by Emerson too.
Everyone who's related to me stands behind.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
I was best man.
Ooh.
And so I got to hold. It was me as best man, and then maid of honor was Leslie, my stepmom's best friend, who I knew from Boone Grove. And so we both held the reins, and they did the blessing above it. And then, what else? We did chicken dance. That was really fun.
Oh.
We're going through photos, and I wonder if I can do this. Wait. This might, I'm really hoping it's going to come out good. But we were going through photos, and more so my grandma and grandpa were not cooperating with photos and posing correctly, which I love them. I adore them so much. But I'm gonna come up to the camera part. It's sorry for the audio listeners real quick. I'll be fast. But this is what we see. This is all that we see. And they look angry. One looks angry, and the other just doesn't know what's going on. Which honestly, yeah. And then there's just my dad and step grandma just looking happy to be there. But I almost made my dad cry because I told him I wouldn't do a speech, and then I did a speech. And then I started getting shaky and almost crying, and then he's over here just... But we made it. What else? The award show. How we feel? Within reason.
What I will say is,
Without dissing.
without dissing, I'm very proud of my bestie Emerson because she like my twin in here, and she got some awards. So did I. You know, what I can say is that the people that put submissions in, we're all very proud of. Do I think there was some conflict of who got what? Yes, but you know, we're not gonna name here and name drops.
Heavy opinions.
We have opinions, and we're not gonna state that on here because that doesn't need to be happening. But in all fairness, I think everybody worked hard, and you know, we have our opinions on everybody in the AM and PM. But you know, we are very fortunate enough to say that we won awards. So.
Absolutely. And little bug fact: Sophia wasn't gonna go.
No, I wasn't, and then I got the Radio Legacy Award.
Yeah, and I talked her into it, and now she has a Radio Legacy Award.
I still feel like you knew that was gonna happen, too.
Didn't. No, actually, no, I know the future.
Huh? You know the future? You're like a mind reader?
Predict. Oh my goodness.
Someone's having a crash out
I
outside.
guess so.
If you didn't watch the show before, Game Time was on with Brody and Damari. Brody crashed out about 3 times, about 3 different basketballers. He talked about Cancun for 10 minutes and started breaking the table. It was so bad.
He started slamming the table, raising the button.
We're gonna have to do a replay on that one day. It's like...
We should put that in the blooper reel. Him just crashing
Oh my
out.
god, we should. That'd be so funny.
Oh, I hope he lives up to that next year.
You know, as much as like Brody and I make fun of each other, and he can be a little idiot and rude sometimes, I will say that he deserves the awards that he got because he does work hard. You know, I think we're all very proud of him, and he's accomplished a lot. He's done a lot for PC3, especially in the sports realm. But if game time goes, it sucks. But that's Brody's decision ultimately. So
Yeah.
hopefully,
And even then, I know he's trying to strive for
right.
forever.
I understand that, but I think game time is especially perfect for him. So, it sucks for us to leave him and do all these things, but
You're fine.
yeah, tune in to Combat Talk Friday. I got some special announcements for Combat Talk, so yeah. But yeah, Emerson and I, we are definitely sad about leaving, but yeah.
One more month. Starting today.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
Not
crazy.
even like a month. When did you get out?
29th?
I will tell you when I get out. And then June 4th, I know we're both fully heading out, and then we're gone.
Oh, yeah.
And then you won't see us anymore.
Yeah.
You'll probably see us somewhere else. We might continue our stuff somewhere.
Yeah.
You'll be in college.
Oh, no, I'm staying online, though. I'm going. So, funny fact, people are like, you're going to school for radio and TV, right? I'm like, yeah, because I'm waiting to hear from Butler, and then I'm applying to Columbia. I think I'm going to do it after maybe 2026, not 2025, because I'm taking business online because the people out there, the sketchy fight promoters and stuff, I don't want to deal with you. So I'm getting my business degree, thank you. Online. Thank you very much, because I'm lazy.
Yeah. And then we'll wrap this up.
Oh.
Yeah. And what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I forgot. Oh, and then I'm not going to college because it's overrated.
It kind of is. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Me and Emerson are just gonna go have fun.
I gotta mix my monies.
Yes.
And I can still do my stuff without school.
Yeah.
Pardon. I have a lot of stuff under my belt.
Yeah. I mean, if you want a teaser, me and Emerson are probably going to be continuing our shows in the summer on our own and owning our own and having the royalties and everything. So you guys can stay tuned for the summer because we are actually going to own our own shows and rebrand and start again. So.
Right. And also, look out for the auto show. You'll see us there too.
Oh my God, we're going to be there from 12 to 2?
Mm-hmm.
You already know your favorites are going to be there. The best duo. The best duo is showing up for you guys.
Us on camera, probably. If not on air.
I don't know.
Together.
Us on air is deadly because we kill it. We kill it.
Yeah.
Not even crush it. We kill it. So, but Emerson, what do you have to say to close the show?
Goodbye. I don't know how many shows left we have. You'll definitely see me on sign off.
Yep.
That's all I have for you today. Normally I'm on Mondays, so hopefully I'll be on next Monday. Did you just throw my child?
No, I didn't. Also, shout out to me because I made Emerson go on air today. So.
Yeah, we were missing one of our shows, so I took up that time. But
we're not mad about that either. So, yeah.
I think we're on to our last song. Let's hit another ghost song. We're gonna do Sonataf? I don't know. By Ghost.